Let's talk about what happens when a person stays at a company for a very long time. I was at BioWare from May of 1997 until February of 2021, so almost 24 years, which is an incredibly long time for the video game industry. But during that time, I had a lot of different positions. I started out as a programmer, became a lead programmer, and then moved into production on Sonic Chronicles, The Dark Brotherhood, before becoming an executive producer on the Dragon Age franchise, which I did for quite a long time. One of the advantages of a long-serving employee is they carry a lot of the tribal knowledge of the organization. Companies that have been around for a long time will have a lot of things that they know, but maybe they never bothered to write down. Maybe because they never thought it was important enough to write down. Maybe because they thought it was such common knowledge that it didn't need to be written down. But in any event, there's often things that are known by an organization that aren't formally communicated to new employees. In the case of turnover at the lower levels of seniority, often that knowledge can then be disseminated informally to the new employee. If I am hired as a programmer, the programming department, the other programmers around me, can teach me about the things that I need to know that aren't written down. On my first day, I probably get a copy of the coding standard, but I might not get something that formalizes what is expected from check-ins or the expectations around interacting with the art department. That can be communicated to me through the organization as a whole. But in the case of very senior people, that support network often isn't there, either because there's only one of you, because you're the only EP at a studio, or because there's a certain amount of rivalry going on. If you are the head of one of the departments on a project, say you're the art director, it is possible that there are other art directors at the studio. There are certainly other director level people within the project that you're on. But the problem is that you're an art director, not a design director. So there's only a limited amount of knowledge that design director can give to you. Also, in some cultures that are a little less healthy, there may be a certain amount of rivalry between those departments, and they may not be as interested in communicating with you. So those senior people hold a lot of information that isn't always known by the greater company. Indeed, I knew how to interact with other people within the EA organization because of personal relationships I had with them, because of interactions that I had had in the past that wasn't written down, wasn't communicated to other people, that was simply knowledge that I had. When I left, that information left with me. When a company is growing, like BioWare was for the first 10 years that I was there, then these senior positions can be even more vital because they provide anchor points for culture. They provide a continuity to a team that might be doubling in size every couple of years. If you don't have these anchor points, if you don't have these touchstones, then culture and dev practices and lots of things can drift really rapidly, and the company can very quickly lose its way. Theoretically, someone who's been at a company for a very long time, who's in a very senior position, should be good at their job. They should know what the company does. They should know how it works. They should be able to help that studio execute to the highest degree possible. But it isn't all sunshine. If you are in a company that isn't growing, then a very senior person staying in a company for a very long time can cause a hollowing out of the next level of leadership. Because what happens is this: if you have a long-serving EP who runs the only project that your studio makes, and there's no opportunity for new EPs to be promoted, then the people who want to be EPs, the people who are next in line, will, if they are ambitious, after a certain time, probably choose to leave the organization because they see that you're not going anywhere, and as a result, their opportunities for promotion are non-existent. Now, there are external reasons why people, even very ambitious people, might stay in an organization even if they know their chance of promotion is negligible. But in a lot of cases, what's going to happen is that people who would be your next in line are going to rise to position number 2, work there, be very effective there, and wonder where their next career step is. And after a time, realize that the next career step for them involves them having to leave the organization. And that's okay if you are having people move through your organization with a lot of regularity. If you are keeping the people coming in and being promoted and learning and becoming senior, and then maybe after a time they choose to leave. But what happens is every time someone rises through the organization, there's a chance of the Peter principle kicking in. And you end up getting someone in that role who isn't really next in line for your role. Instead, they've risen as high as they are capable of rising, or maybe even a little bit higher. And they are sitting there, not failing, or at least not failing enough to get fired. And then when that very senior person actually does leave, they're the ones that get promoted. But the reality is they aren't actually capable of doing that job. Each time a person is promoted through an organization, there's a chance that they've risen as high as they're capable of rising. In an organization that is dynamic, that is growing, that is promoting people up to the very highest levels of the organization, you are effectively washing out the Peter principle from your organization. Because in the case of people who have reached the pinnacle of their abilities, you are having new people move past them in the organization due to their own ambition, due to their own ability. But if you have an organization which is becoming rigid because it isn't growing, then what happens is if that occurs, if you end up in a situation where the person in the next in line position isn't capable of taking over, they're not going to leave. And because they're not going to leave, their position isn't becoming freed up either. So someone new isn't moving into that position. And so you are in a dangerous position where if the most senior or a very senior person leaves, then you have a situation where the person who it is natural to promote into that new vacancy isn't capable of doing that job. And indeed, if this has been going on for a while, you can get sort of a Peter principle backlog happening where you have several layers within your hierarchy where the people that are in those roles because they are comfortable there, because they have hit the peak of their ability and they aren't looking for promotion. They aren't looking for more. And all of the more capable, more senior people have already left. Now, it's rare for there to be a corporate structure that is so rigid, so unchanging that this happens to such a great degree. But the longer you are unmoving, unchanging, the more these pockets of complacency are likely to arise. Additionally, people who have been in an organization for a very long time often have very well-established personal connections. And sometimes what happens when they leave is that they take that entire cadre of people with them. So the EP leaves, but also takes the creative director and the lead programmer, and they go off and they start their own studio. So now what you've done is you've lopped not just the very top of the organization off, you've dug down into the top of the hierarchy. And if those 3 people have been in the organization for a very long time, that hollowness that might exist below them could be even more dangerous. And of course, one of the other dangers of very senior people being at an organization for a very long time is you tend to develop a certain way of doing things, certain expectations of the way that things work. And while that can be an excellent shorthand, while that can allow you to do things more quickly sometimes, it also can make your project or organization very resistant to change when change is called for. Because you know that RPGs have to be 2D, or that you can't have a voice protagonist, or whatever bit of gaming common knowledge you've been carrying that is now 10 or 15 years out of date. This is certainly something that the individual can work to combat in themselves by constantly challenging their own assumptions, their own knowledge of the way things work. But it is something that an organization that has had people in very senior roles for a very long time can find themselves falling victim to, especially if there are a lot of people in those senior roles. Because in that case, what you can end up having is having this self-reinforcing groupthink. because the 10 of you have been working together for 15 years. You all are calcifying in the same way, and it's difficult for you to notice because you're all essentially covering for your own biases. If you at least have some degree of turnover in those senior positions, and people in those senior positions are open to the conversation, then you have some new voices coming in who can offer some degree of challenge as to what is going on. There are some people, and there was such a person in the hierarchy into which I reported at one point in my career, who believe that anyone who stays in a role for more than 2 years is flawed in some way, that there's something wrong with them. And I don't believe that at all. I guess for obvious reasons, since I've stayed in many roles for way longer than 2 years. But also, I think that as long as you are being challenged, as long as you are improving, as long as you are learning things in the role that you are in, there's still room for you to stay. And people who are trying to move too quickly sometimes move faster than their skills are able to keep up, and they end up getting themselves into trouble because their ambition outreaches their skill set, and they end up in a position before their skills have caught up. It is a balancing act. I do think that you can stay in a role for too long. Can you stay at a company too long? I question that more. If you are still getting challenged, if you are still moving within the organization and getting new positions within an organization, I think potentially a single organization can challenge you indefinitely. But if you are in a role and that role has become the same and you feel like you have mastery over that role, then you should start to question whether or not you are still getting what you want to get out of that role, or if maybe it's time to start looking for new opportunities. Certainly, I am biased for people staying at an organization for a very long time, staying in roles for a very long time. I stayed at Bio for 24 years. I had each of the roles that I had for quite a long period of time, moving relatively organically up through the organization. But there are dangers that if you aren't looking out for them can really catch you off guard when things suddenly change. You can end up in an organization that has much weaker bench strength than it first appears if the people who legitimately would be your next in line have chosen to leave to find better opportunities. You can end up with an organization that becomes ever more backwards looking as the weight of experience becomes ever greater, ever more of a potentially of a lodestone around the neck of your organization. So while experience is great, while experience is something that I really believe in, it's worth being careful and making sure that your organization isn't making itself extra brittle because it has a handful of incredibly senior people that have been at the organization for so long. A special thanks to my members. They provide the resources that this channel needs to keep running. If you're interested in becoming a member, there's a link to that down in the description. We also have a Patreon if you are interested in supporting the channel in that way. Both channel members and patrons get access to our Discord, so if you're looking for a deeper way to interact with this community, that's an excellent way to do so. What are your thoughts on this topic? Do you think the weight of experience outweighs the risks? The one example that keeps bubbling up through my mind is Todd Howard. Todd Howard has been in an incredibly senior position at Bethesda for an incredibly long period of time. We don't actually have a ton of views into the workings of the senior parts of Bethesda. So when Todd finally steps aside, it will be interesting to see what happens. It will be interesting to see what has happened to the senior levels of that organization, with Todd having been in that very senior, very public position for as long as he's had. Let's talk about this down in the comments. I will see you again soon. Thank you.